Welcome to Pagan Crafting. I'm your host, Kara. Today we're going to rock the challenge created by Ivy the Occultist, the 12 Days of Yule. So she put this out to the content creators out there you can either rock all the 12 days or you can just choose the ones that you like. So we'll see how many I can get done here as well. So today is share a winter solstice ritual or tradition. So I've chosen a winter solstice ritual to welcome the light. And in pagan crafting tradition, two things we always got to do. We got to make it witchy and we got to make it crafty. So what we're going to rock here today is a 12-day advent calendar with candles. We're going to go old school. We're going to get out your salt, flour, and water. We're going to make some dough. We're going to make a little calendar. We're going to paint it. We're going to sparkle it. We're going to add candles and all kinds of goodies and maybe some greenery and some evergreens. And we're also going to talk about making a crystal grid as well. So you can do a crystal spirals. And I'm going to show you my crystal spiral at the end of the video. And for crystals, you can think about things that you want to invoke into the next year. You can allow the crystals to choose you. You can also think about what you need, maybe in a career. Coming up, you might find some green obsidian, some green adventure team, some bloodstone, maybe something with to enhance the qualities of what's happening for your career, to enhance the advancement, maybe to get a raise. Maybe you like a little more love in your life. Maybe you need a little healing in your life. I have a friend of mine struggling with addictions right now. Big chunk of amethyst coming her way for Yule. So little different things that we could do to invoke what we want for the new year. So think about a little crystal grid. I'll show you an example at the end. Think about some crystals during the video that maybe are calling to you now or that you want to use, or maybe just throw a bunch of crystals in a bowl and draw out the ones that will resonate the most. Let the crystals pick you. Well, join me today and let us have some fun with making a 12-day of Yule Advent calendar. So starting off with the easiest recipe that we have used since a child. 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of salt, 1 cup of water. You can add a teaspoon of oil if you want to, but not necessary. Yes, my friends, we are going to make the elements of some homeschool Play-Doh. But we're going to bake this Play-Doh, so we're going to make some little Play-Doh sculptures, just like you did when you were a kid. Check out this mug I got from a subscriber. I love this. Oh, I'm going to turn up the light here. Crystal loving, chakra balancing, sage smugging, high violent, spiritual gangster. Yeah. I love that mug. It's one of my favorite mugs. I definitely miss them being around. So we're just going to mix it up the best you can. Pretend it's a bit of like you're making bread. You're going to roll it and mix it and get it all together, and then you're going to start forming your spiral. So we're going to make a spiral today, an Advent, a 12-day Advent calendar. So we're going to light a candle for each day of the 12 days of Yule. So here you see my daughter forming our spiral first, putting it together, splicing it together, and smoothing it out. Learning from her pottery class, she has learned to add water to make it really smooth it out. And while she's smoothing it out, I'm going to add 12 candle holes for the future lighting. Yeah. I gotta recount a few times. Now you want to bake this 120 degrees Fahrenheit for 3 to 4 hours. Lean towards 4 hours, or you can let it air dry for like a week. If not, put it on super low in the oven, be done with it. Then you don't have to worry about anything getting moldy or anything taking any time. You can just dry it right out in the oven. So what we plan to do with our solstice spirals, we're going from day, or in the middle, spiral it out to the night. So we're starting off with the night, as you can see here, my daughter's painting. Then we get into some deep midnight blues, into some blues, and then we're going to fade into some purples, reds, oranges, yellows, into the brightest yellow possible, symbolizing the path to welcome the light. So while one of us lays down the color, the other one is blending the colors together, so it is a seamless progression of color. So what we've done, we've sprinkled our spiral in stars. We've used a toothbrush and just watered down some white paint, as you can see here. And we've sprinkled it all, we're using the toothbrush magically for the stars. As you can see, I'm painting some stars here. Just using a 4 to 6 pointed, something very easy and fun. This looks like a little kid's piece, but we're gonna add some evergreen to this, and we're gonna rock the stars on here, and some glitter dust always makes the world go around. I'm surprised I'm not putting any moss or mushrooms on this. So now that all our stars are down, we're going to use some glamour dust. This goes on white but dries absolutely translucent. It's like a Mod Podge, like mica powder dust. It is amazing and beautiful to work with. And it dries really quick. So about a half an hour later, here's what it looks like. So placing it on its new home on my mantle, let's lay in the candles. 12 candles for the 12 days of Yule. With each candle we'll light for each night of the 12 days of Yule, we will set out intention. We will set out love, we will send out gratitude. With our last candle being lit for the lightest day and the last day of the solstice spiral. So here's with all the candles adorned around our solstice spiral. You may adorn your solstice spiral in evergreens, such as we did here with the blue spruce and pine. Now be mindful, my friends, that as the flame starts to burn down, it will burn and take flight. and it could catch fire. So watch any candle that you have around your evergreens. We want to thank you so very much for joining us today, and with pleasure, my daughter and her familiar Ponyo get to light the first candle in the solstice spiral. With intention, with love, with gratitude, our first candle goes to all that are joining us today for the first day on the 12 days of Yule. We thank you so very much for being here with us and sharing this amazing year that has gone by. It is an honor and a pleasure to be a part of your personal journey and your path. I'd like to wish you an absolutely magical and amazing blessed Yule. From Pagan Crafting, Kara and her daughter.